Hi, I'm Joe.
And I'm Pat.
And welcome to Movie Positive. And today we're going to talk about Aquaman.
Yes, we are. Aquaman. Seeing it early this week.
Yes, we get to see it early. Yeah, thanks to Amazon Prime, by the way, for letting us see it early. Get to see it a week early. Okay, so as you can see in the title, though, we have a little bet going on right now. Me and this guy right here.
Started a very long time ago.
Very long time ago. So I'd say about 9 or 10 months ago, right around after Justice League came out. Pat was actually I'll help you take the lead on this.
We walked out of Justice League and we're not totally impressed. And
we're very pleased. There's some moments, but
the conversation began about the future of DC, and eventually we landed on talking about Aquaman. And I was saying I had lost some faith in the DC universe, just strictly based on their track record.
Yeah, and then I countered him by saying, all the other DC movies have had a lot of just nonsense behind the scenes, hearing reports of changing the Joker scenes with Jared Leto,
Tom Hardy leaving Suicide Squad,
to Batman vs Superman, all that backstory. So
mustache fiasco.
Fucking goddamn, the mustache. You guys all know about the mustache. We don't need to go into that. But so I bet him that if Aquaman gets 80 or above on Rotten Tomatoes, that he has to watch one show, the first season of a show, of any of my choosing, and vice versa. Yeah,
79% or lower, I picked the show.
Yeah, and that was a long time ago. We've literally talked about this. We made this bet a long time. We made this bet even before the fucking trailers came out. We talked about.
And we're about to see it in 25 minutes.
Yeah, 25. We're recording this video 25 minutes before we're about to see it. So you guys are about to see what's going to happen with this bet.
So we'll give you our thoughts on the movie as well.
Yeah, we'll give you our thoughts first, and then we'll find out what the tomato score is. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Yeah, and
Then we'll pick who's watching what.
Yeah, we'll get to pick right away, and hopefully I don't have to watch Spartacus.
That's probably what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I know. We're about to see Aquaman. 80%, and Dolph Lundgren's in this movie. All right, and we're back. So we just saw Aquaman. We just literally got it out. Stopped at Wendy's before, and I had to change my shirt because I left my window open during the entire time.
Yeah,
we saw the movie, so it's freezing in here. All right. But we got our beers and we're ready to go. So how we're gonna do this? We're gonna start out with our non-spoiler review, just our basic overall thoughts, because we don't want to. If anyone hasn't seen it yet, because obviously I know we're seeing this very early, so we don't want to spoil this for anyone. You can trust us. We will not spoil anything. But if you want to see our spoiler review, we're going to tag the area when we're going to spoil it.
In a couple minutes, we'll switch over to that, but we'll make it very clear.
Yeah, we'll make it very clear now. And then at the very, very end is when we're going to do our actual bet, where we actually find out who won the bet and what the actual Rotten Tomato scores is, because we still have no idea.
That'll also be tagged down at the bottom. Jump around wherever you want to see. It'll all be labeled there.
Yeah, so, just overall thoughts, what'd you think?
I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to.
Same, I really did.
Honestly, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
It's a really fun...
James Wan crushed it. You were totally right with it. You trusted from The Conjuring, and that was absolutely right. He did a fantastic job.
Yeah, I would say the big things I took away are, especially the action sequences in this movie, are some of the best I've seen in a superhero movie this year. And I know we've seen a lot of superhero movies, seen Infinity War and stuff like that, but I'm not saying it's better or anything, but some of the best action sequences I've seen in a superhero movie this year by far.
It's true.
Yeah, there's some one takes and
there was 4 or 5 good one takes in the movie that are really just great combat sequences, and they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun moments. Special effects I thought were pretty good.
It's really bright underwater, and it's a lot of...
a lot of the colors.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, and just the way...
I think DC in the past has relied a little too much on CGI, and this movie's very CGI heavy, but it's not overbearing.
Yeah, it wasn't in your face,
Yeah.
When you see BVS, I'm not to show on BVS, but when you see BVS, there's a lot of moments where it's just heavy CGI, and there are moments in this movie that are very, very CGI driven, but they're awesome. I mean,
it doesn't feel like that Snyder brand of CGI.
No,
it's definitely James Wan's own.
Yeah, it's more like fluid.
Take,
you can see that his vision was behind this movie.
Yeah.
So what'd you think of Jason Momoa?
He's fantastic.
Yeah, I think the same thing.
He's a really funny guy, but they don't rely on that too much. They let it happen when it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And he's really funny in it. Now, that being said, the problems that are there are probably in the script.
Yeah. Like we said, we like this movie, but this movie isn't perfect. I would say some of the script areas, like, I wouldn't say, like, I think we were saying before, like, not the main story. Like, I thought the main story was good, but some of the dialogue scenes, like, when they're fighting and stuff, there's a lot of...
Yeah. As
like,
far as, like, the calendar of this movie goes, the major events, the bullet point events, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
But the deeper level of that, the actual dialogue and interacting is not... totally coherent. It's kind of corny at points.
Yeah, I would say more early in the movie too, but I would say more to the third act. It kind of goes away from it a little bit, and I think the third act is the strongest part of the movie. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the third act really comes together.
I would say if you're already a fan of DC, you're gonna absolutely love this movie.
For sure.
If you're a hardcore Marvel guy and you're very doubtful, you're gonna be pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. I wouldn't go in with like the biggest like hoping you're gonna see like like an Infinity War or like a Winter Soldier type movie, but. You're gonna if you want to see a really fun superhero movie and just have a good time, I really think it's a good movie. I thought the score was really good. I thought the supporting cast was good. The Amber Heard was really good. As Mira, I thought her character was really cool.
There's a lot of up and down though. Like we were saying with the score. There's some really good high points, then there's some really good low points.
Some of the soundtrack choices, we'll get into that in the spoiler part. I don't want to talk about that right now. We have some opinions on some of the...
One of them's
one
amazing,
particular,
and one is just not a good idea.
One in particular, but overall, I think I really just had a fun time with it. Just a fun, fun, good superhero movie. I don't know if I'd score it or anything. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to score. It's hard to score honestly because it's.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
you know what? It's kind of like not to talk about a totally different movie, but it's kind of like Last Jedi syndrome. Like some parts are really high points and some parts are you're like, all right, why is this here?
Yeah.
But those high points are fantastic.
Yeah, but I think the difference between Last Jedi and this though is because. We went in Last Jedi, like, with such high hopes. We were big Star Wars fans.
It's true.
This movie, I didn't have the expectations I did for Last Jedi, so I think it didn't bother me as much in this movie.
Yeah, that's a good question, too, as to what the Rotten Tomatoes score is going to be like, because the bar for DC, I feel like, is set pretty low right now.
Yeah.
So that would be a good way to sneak in a very high score. Which happens with Rotten Tomatoes, clearly in the fact that something like Infinity War is 84%, and Ant-Man and the Wasp is 88%.
Yeah, and that's...
Expectations clearly affect how the score comes out.
Yeah.
And the bar for DC right now, especially coming off the back of Justice League, I feel like it's pretty low right now.
Yeah, pretty low. I mean, they only really have one movie I would say that's like a good movie is Wonder Woman. Aside from that, like, wouldn't even say... And
I mean,
and I still think Wonder Woman has problems too, but
it's true.
Overall, I do think it's a step in the right direction for DC. Like, it was nice to. I said it to you when we walked out. It was really nice to walk out of a DC movie like not pissed off.
Yeah, it's true.
Not just like, I think that's pretty much it for our non-spoiler review. So if you don't want to know any more about Aquaman, please do not watch. Let you know now.
This is the time to stop.
Alright.
This is the time to stop. Spoiler warning, spoilers ahead.
Alright, so if you're still watching right now, we're going to get into spoilers. So I'm going to let you take the lead on this one.
So I'll start with what we already referenced, the soundtrack. So in the opening 10 minutes or so is gorgeous.
Yeah, and I like that story with Nicole Kidman and like
fantastic.
Yeah, like just showing Arthur as a kid, and
there's this thing of like in a lot of other superhero movies where they either spend too much time on the plot or on the opening origin story, or we all know it in something like Spider-Man, they brush right through it in a minute.
Yeah,
this was sort of just the right amount of time. Yeah, it was really interesting.
I do like when movies. Sorry to cut you off, but I do like when movies. I do like the origin stories of Superman. Like, I know we're gonna get them, especially with Aquaman. We don't really know much, but I did like that they gave a nice. Like good, like you were saying, like nice, good 10-minute origin story. I enjoyed that. I thought that was really good.
And she's such a fantastic actress. She's great at it.
That scene with her, that scene with her when she's actually fighting when the
the first tracking shot is this living room sequence when they break down the door and they have to go hide Arthur.
I think it's in one of the trailers.
And it's probably the longest one.
Yeah,
that
one is sick.
But that one.
That was what I was really like.
That blew me away about James Wan because that's like a really tight space. The camera does. You're in a living room and you have all these characters and all these things moving around, but the camera moves so fluently on everybody. It's so perfect.
Yeah, everything's in I always compare it to Daredevil does it great, where everything's in one shot. You can see all the action in the shot. It's not shaking around. It's just everything's in the shot. And he does.
It's not clipped together or shaky. Or
and he does a lot of that.
Yeah.
And also back to the soundtrack, they did play.
After that, she decides she has to go back to the sea to protect them, and there's this sort of goodbye thing where they're on a. Or it might be before, I don't know, but they're on top of the lighthouse where Arthur grew up.
Oh, yeah.
And they're in the moonlight, and Sugar Rose plays. And so for those of you who don't know Sugar Rose, they're an Icelandic band. They've been in Game of Thrones. They do these mystery film experiments that are incredible. They support a lot of great filmmakers. They're in a lot of great movies. They were in Always Sunny, if you're Always Sunny fan.
Yeah,
that last sequence, that crazy song with the interpretive dances. They're fantastic musicians. But, no less than 40 minutes later, we get
so let's get to that.
Pitbull covered, or it's not covered, but it's remixed. It's in there. Toto's Africa and Pitbull, and it's I understand that Black Panther did Kendrick Lamar, which was the top level, and then Venom did Eminem, which was great, but it was okay. It seems like it was slapped together. This just seemed like a grab, and it's not good. It's really rough.
Yeah, honestly, I thought
it's super out of place.
Yeah,
it's clearly shoehorned in there. It's
yeah, I thought the same thing. It was so out of place, and Sahara Desert playing Pitbull, it just really did not fit. That was probably my least favorite part of this entire movie was the fact that Pitbull was in it.
Had to be.
Yeah.
Had to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they're just trying to follow the growing trend of putting rappers on the soundtracks of superhero movies, and it felt like it was a late addition.
Yeah. Do you even call Pitbull a rapper? I don't even know. I don't think there's a name for Pitbull. I think he's just
it's bad.
It's just really bad.
It's bad.
I know we're called movie positive, but we don't like Pitbull.
No.
I'm not positive about Pitbull, and I'm not apologizing for it.
Spartacus.
Yeah, we're not apologizing for either of those things. Those things deserve to be shoved down a hole.
Yeah, sure. But back to positivity. On a lighter note, this movie, I thought the CGI was going to be a problem, but it looks fantastic.
Yes, it looks fantastic.
It looks really fucking good. It's a lot of fun, this movie.
It really is. Yeah, I like the third act. I thought the CGI was really good. That was really, really good. When Arthur goes down, when he runs into Nicole Kidman, his mom, obviously.
There you go. There's a big spoiler. She's not.
I know.
She's fed to this. She's fed to this trench, and then this feels wrong. I feel like we shouldn't be telling people that we hate spoilers. Yeah. So this is kind of against our intuition to do a spoiler review.
Yeah, but but if you're coming here for the spoiler review, that's what we're doing. We're spoiling the shit out of it.
She gets sentenced to a trench of a city that doesn't exist anymore because the people became savages that were stuck there, and she gets sentenced to death there for having Arthur and having a relationship with someone who walks on land, and then he goes there in search of the ancient trident. Atlanta, is that his name? Anta or something like that.
Something like that.
The old king.
We don't know Aquaman comics, so I apologize for butchering these names. I never read Aquaman.
Who would have thought Aquaman could be this cool?
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Aquaman used to be a joke.
Yeah, dude.
But Jason Momoa.
That's the thing. That's why I always say.
You can't laugh in the face of that guy.
Yeah, when Justice League first announced he was casted, I was like, "That's a great fucking casting choice. That is a great casting choice."
Yeah, he's fantastic. Yeah, Did you notice? Remember that Conan interview where he's saying he loves Guinness?
Oh yeah.
The scene where they're sitting in the bar.
Oh, is he drinking Guinness?
He's drinking Guinness. I can just tell by the color of it, and I would bet money that he demanded that they drink Guinness and nothing else.
We'll talk about that scene too, because I thought that scene was when that scene was happening when those guys walked up and they're about to fight him. I was like, I swear to God, if he fights them, it's such a typical
these bar guys come out of nowhere and they're all big tough guys, and Aquaman's just starting to get some fame, and they walk up behind him. He turns around, what do you want?
And then it does a swerve. It's like, oh, I want to take a picture. He pulls out like a pink phone, and they have a selfie, and then they hang out.
You're a local hero.
And then they initially don't like it, and they keep showing the pictures moving, and then eventually by the end he's drinking with them. I thought that was a great.
The pictures start coming around like the trailer, like the credits to Hangover, like they start having increasingly more fun, and things get out of hand.
I really like that scene. So I was really just like, please don't do that.
Yeah, it felt like it was going to be really campy and stupid, and then they took a whole other route with it. It was an intentional cliche setup, but
it was a nice little swerve.
Yeah.
So I thought also that other when they're on the boat with we're jumping around here, but when Mira and Arthur are on the boat with the flare. When he dove in, transitioning back to that scene, that's what was awesome. Like the visuals of that scene.
If you've seen the trailer, it's the scene where he's jumping into the water with it's a red light illuminating these creatures. They're the creatures of the trench that people get sentenced to, and they're actually pretty terrifying, but they're afraid of light, so
yeah,
use these flares to fend them off. And that scene is, again, very CGI heavy, which is something I'm usually pretty against. But it's all there for a reason. Like, you need CGI to make these creatures.
Yeah.
You need CGI to be underwater. Yeah. You need CGI to do this wielding light as a weapon thing, which is like, I thought it worked really well.
Now, I know we don't want to shit on it, but I feel like we have to talk about it. We got to talk about Black Manta. Yeah, I was just, before this, I was very excited. I loved the look they did of him. I thought it was like a cool, weird, like...
Yeah, the giant head is sick.
Yeah, I like that giant head. I think it looks fucking cool, but honestly, I just really did not... I just really didn't like him.
There's two villains.
Yeah,
and There's, what's his name?
Orn, yeah. Orn I thought was okay.
Here's the thing. Orn has the storyline of he's the king of Atlantis and he's trying to bring all these people together and take the world over. He wants to declare war on the land. He hates, like, landwalkers, and his story, the whole world is hanging in the balance, and they didn't promote him very much in the trailer. They promoted Black Mantis quite a bit. Yeah. And when you get to the movie, he's avenging his father, which is a big thing, which is like, I get it, like, he's upset about his father, but the stakes are so much lower. Yeah. And he's really kind of a side character and doesn't get much time and isn't all that much developed other than like one quick scene at the beginning. And
and I really like Patrick Wilson as an actor. Like, he's in The Conjuring, obviously, which is another James Bond movie. He's in
Fargo.
He's worked
together before.
Yeah, he's in Fargo. If you've ever seen Fargo season 2, he's great in that.
That's right, he is.
Yeah, he's great in that. I was really looking forward to seeing him there.
Lou Solverson.
Yeah, Lou Solverson. Young Lou Solverson. By the way, if you haven't seen Fargo, please watch that show. It's
seriously.
It's very, very great show.
Unbelievable.
I wanted a little bit more for him. Him in the third act, I keep going back to the third act, though. Him in the third act, I thought was great.
That Sicily fight scene is amazing.
It is,
That scene is really good.
Yes, that's a very strong scene.
The way that scene is choreographed is crazy.
Yes, that is awesome.
And there's a lot of track shots in the movie, but that one covers the most ground. Yeah. Because they're having fights in separate parts of the city.
Yeah, it pans around from both.
And it manages to show you the geography of how... That was one of the things, like... We always say, why shoot on green screen when you can actually go somewhere? And that was, a lot of this movie is green screen, but that was shot in Sicily.
Yeah, that was on location. Real. Yeah, that was
and it's beautiful.
Yeah,
it comes out really
I feel like that's most of the budget went towards that scene, I would say. Maybe,
well, a lot of the action, I would say.
Yeah.
But a lot of the underwater action is just like a couple people on green screen.
Yeah.
But it comes out really well.
I speaking of underwater, I thought the underwater scenes were really good too. Like the way they projected their voices. Yeah. I thought they made it sound like you were legitimately underwater.
And they gave a good reason. Yeah, the way everyone's hair moves too.
Yeah, it was cool because I was saying like you earlier. I know like they're not actually underwater, so the fact that like they showed like their hair moving, I don't know how.
You can see every strand of hair moving, and it looks really good.
I have no idea how they did that, but. That was bravo, James Wan. That was a
and the special effects team did a fantastic job there.
Also, we need to talk about this. Dolph Lundgren,
fantastic.
Once again, this year has given a great performance.
Yeah, Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah, I thought
do more because I'm excited to see you back in the circuit.
Yeah, full disclosure, I love Dolph Lundgren. I love Rocky IV. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Who doesn't love a good Ivan Drago fight?
Yeah, who doesn't fucking love that? He's one of the greatest. Yeah, but like we all know, it's Dolph Lundgren, but. Honestly, I've been blown away by his acting.
At first, I looked at him and I was like, Dolph Lundgren looks so wrong with red hair and it's going to pull me out of it. And then he has more lines in this movie than I've ever seen him have in a movie. Yeah. And he does a fantastic job. I didn't know that he could speak his English as well as he does because he always has an accent. And he really does a fantastic job. And he really settles into the role and you really start to like his character. He's an important character.
Yeah, he's in scenes with big scenes with him with like Willem Dafoe and Patrick Wilson, and he's holding his own.
Yeah, those are heavy hitters. Yeah. Those are heavy hitters.
Yeah, like
it's true.
I give him credit for that.
It's true.
Anything else?
Oh yeah, no, there is something I want to say because we just said a good thing, so I'm gonna be fair, and I'll say something that was bad. There is a scene, and it's a very crucial scene where. It's a flashback to Willem Dafoe training Arthur on the beach.
Oh yeah, I know you're on here.
And there's an actor that's only in that one scene, I think. He might have a line or two somewhere else, but it's quick and you don't notice it.
It's not even a long scene.
It's like Arthur when he's supposed to be 17, and Willem Dafoe has been lying to him about where his mother is, and he's training him, and this kid is. I don't want to be mean because we're movie positive, but a movie this large should have found somebody a little better because this is an emotional scene.
Yeah,
and the lines just hit the ear wrong, and I really don't want to put the guy down.
Yeah, honestly, and I feel like they casted him because he looks like Jason Momoa.
Probably, yeah. He does look like Jason Momoa.
It's just like young Jason Momoa.
And I'll say something. I don't want to be positive, so I'll say something cool about the way this movie was planned out. When he's younger, when you see him throughout his life in the flashbacks, he's progressively getting more and more tattoos. And when he's an adult, did you notice that?
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
that was a really cool. Whoever does the makeup department, I guess, is that costume department. Whoever did that was fantastic. Plus that reveal of how he looks in his like the old school costume once he gets the trident at the
awesome.
End, and he comes out from under a waterfall.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
like
there's a secret
puts
sea
the trident
in
down
the core of the earth, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And there's dinosaurs there? What the fuck is that? Did you see that? There's just dinosaurs.
Yeah, why not?
And I saw it, and it wasn't even like so ridiculous. I saw it, and I was like, okay, this movie's been so crazy, but it's worked.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that movie is insane.
Yeah.
It's insane that the fact that we actually like this movie, even though we do have some problems with it. It's crazy. On paper, that movie is ridiculous.
It shouldn't have worked.
It's a ridiculous movie.
It did. It shouldn't have worked because A, it's Aquaman.
Yeah.
B, it's DC's got a rough track record right now.
Yeah.
And C, it's coming off the back of a lot of news about the universe right now.
Yeah,
we'll do that. We'll probably do another video about the future of the DC universe.
I mean, like...
That's too much to get into right now.
Yeah.
But like all those things against it. And honestly, this is probably my favorite DC movie.
Honestly, I would say the same thing.
So, what do you think its Rotten Tomatoes score is going to be?
Honestly, I still have no idea, but I would ballpark it, like, I don't think it's going to be well over 80%.
I think it's going to be, I honestly think it's going to be less than 80% even still. Have we seen the movie? I know you said some good things about it, but I think it's going to be lower than that.
Yeah, I might agree with you on that. I definitely don't think it's going to be lower than 50.
If we didn't have a bet, where would you put it?
Honestly, for my score, I'd probably give it, like, 75%.
75?
75%. 75% of that movie I really liked, and there was 25% of the movie I really did not like.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. Maybe even 70, honestly.
Yeah. I'd probably go somewhere in the 60s.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like if I watch it more, some of the stuff it might annoy me more.
Yeah.
Even the second time.
Yeah.
And I feel like now that, a lot of the stuff I was just letting pass because I really wanted to win this bet.
Here's the thing though, I also wanted to really win this bet. But I still enjoyed the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Like, when it started, I was like, oh shit, I lost this bet. And then the Pitbull thing happened, and I was like, I might have this. That's kind of what I meant by, like, there's a lot of good and then but.
So should we do this?
Do the honors.
Alright, let me just drink one time.
We'll now figure out who has to watch one season.
We have talked about this so long.
I know.
Alright, Alexa, what's the Rotten Tomatoes score for Aquaman?
On review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, the film holds an approval rating of 70% based on 104 reviews, with an average rating of 6. 2/10.
Oh, I was right.
The way consensus reads, Aquaman swims with its entertainingly ludicrous side.
That was a good review.
Wow, so that's at 70. Shit.
Wow. Here's the thing though, and this is also a part of this. We might have to do a follow-up video here because there's probably not a ton of reviews for it yet because it's not out yet. Once it comes out, there'll be a lot more. It could go up 10%. It's possible, but as of now, I win.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
As of now, I win. But that was closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I'm actually.
Cheers.
Yeah. Hey, man. Cheers. Hey, good for you. All right, so let's do it then. So what's So what's the shows then? We gotta think about it.
I think you're gonna watch Boardwalk Empire.
Yeah, we're gonna watch Boardwalk Empire. And I'm fine with that. I haven't seen it. It's been
We've been watching TV together for years, so this bet was kind of just to make one or the other person watch something they've been putting off for a long time.
I think this is the biggest thing. If anything, you've recommended a lot of shows to me, but I think this is the biggest thing I put on for a long time.
If it wasn't a way more than a one-season commitment, I might have said Naruto. Honestly. I know that's outside your box, but and I'm not a big anime guy, but I like Naruto. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of Naruto.
I know, but out of context, it's different. Let's not get into that now.
So I lost the bet. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep.
What do you say we spark up a Episode 1 of Boardwalk Empire, directed by
Yeah.
Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, let's fucking do it right now.
All right.
I'm down to do it.
Thanks for coming to Movie Positive.
Yeah, and if you guys like our videos, please subscribe, comment, share it to everyone.
If there's anything you want to see us talk about,
yeah, well, we're gonna try to do as many reviews as possible. We have our AMC Stubs list,
Yeah.
A-list. So,
A-list, yeah.
Yeah, so by the way, if you don't do that, it's $20 a month, and you get 3 movies a week for free.
And he's not being paid to say that.
No, I'm not being paid to say that at all.
It really is. We've seen, actually, you know what's something? We've been keeping track of our movies all year, and my goal was 52 to match one a week. Today we did that.
Yeah, it's our 50.
Today was our 52nd
we've
movie
been
of the
movie
year.
theaters 52 times this year.
We'll do more on that though. We're gonna be going over our lists in a video. We've both.
Oh
been
yeah,
keeping
we got our
track of
list.
that.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff.
I don't know if I'm gonna do a top 10. He definitely will.
Yeah, I have my
I'll
top
definitely
10,
talk
yeah.
about 10 or 15 of my favorite movies this year. I'm
Yeah.
gonna have trouble putting them in order.
Yeah, Aquaman's definitely not my top 10. I'll keep
But other
saying
than that,
yeah.
thanks.
See you later, guys.